Damilola Alade was enrolled in school at the age of 2.
My parents were busy, so they wanted me to just, don't have to go and dump me in one primary school. Then I think I started from Glory of God, nursery and primary school, then it's, the KG, so I was age 2. We moved everywhere to another place. Then I think I was at home for a year trying to get a better school for me. So then my mom had to now enroll me for, to start another school. I think I was age 5, but I was told I would have to start from nursery 2. And my mom was like, no, because they're like, she has been at home for a year. So we expect her to let's go and start from nursery 2. So I was asked to write an exam, then in which I passed. I convinced them that yes, I can actually be in primary 1. So that was when I started my primary 1. Then later, when I was in, I think age 7, we moved from where we were again, so we relocated to my area now. Then I started my, I think my primary 3 in Honeycomb International School. That's where I finished.
In primary school, she always came tops.
I was always the first second, first most of the time.
She says her parents made her attend lessons after school, and so seeing books and also reading them became a lifestyle.
My parents have always been busy, so all they ever do is from school they prepare my, school. From school you have to write another lesson, you have to do another lesson. So by the time they are back, I'm already exhausted with one book or the other. And I can remember an experience very well when I was very young and my uncle stays with us. And just because of the fact that I was the only one then, so anytime he comes back from his, maybe anytime he picks me up from school, he's going to prepare my food, tell me, eat your food. After eating, do your assignment. After assignment, watch TV. If you don't watch TV, sleep. and that's it. So there's always been one lesson or the other enrolling me for something or the other because my parents are busy. So it's been book. I was always reading the school books. Then sometimes when my parents would call me, maybe from their office, they could just get me one little story book. Okay, you read, when you're free, read this and all that. So there's always been books. I grew up knowing that I have to read book.
She was regarded as a brilliant pupil because she passed her examinations well. She seemed ahead of her classmates and so was made to compete with people in higher classes.
At age 7, I wrote my first common entrance. That was in primary 3. I passed, but my mom was like, no, she's too young. No, she can't go to the secondary school now.
Her school rewarded her with double promotion.
I was given a double promotion, maybe based on my brilliance, to primary 5. It was at my primary 5 that I now enrolled for another common entrance. And then I think that at that time the primary 6 wasn't. So I think they were just introducing it to my, my school then. So I think it was. I'm not so sure. Maybe I finished my primary 6, or maybe I actually left from the primary 5.
Her parents placed her in a secondary school far from home.
Being a boarding house, my first year, I wasn't balanced because I was just praying that one of these days my dad and mom just come and take me away from this place because I was missing them. I wasn't so it was a very different experience. So my concentration on books wasn't too. I could remember vividly that my first time result I came 13th and my parents were like, oh, 13th, Then I always praying, God, my dad and my mom come and pick me up. I'm tired of this place. I'm always crying, Daddy, I miss my daddy, I miss my mommy, I miss my
Daddy and Mommy thought it fit for her to continue schooling there, so she adjusted.
I had to start reading, and I know I have a target ahead of me. So, and then funny enough, most of the people in my class, they're all most of the brilliant people in my class were guys, So I've always learned to do this little competition with guys. So I was just like, okay. So it has always been like a first to 5th position. I'm always like first this term, maybe the second term, the second, first term, this one, third term, So it's always been. But I knew my junior days was very, very good. First, second, third, first. So.
At this juncture, one wonders if there was pressure to do well, or she was just a gifted child.
There's always been this, if you do well, you get a gift. If you do well, you get a prize for it. There's always a gift at the end of the term. So if you come first, my parents, my dad or my mom, and then those days, buy me cakes, buy me this and stuff like that. So we tell you, if you come first this time, I'm going to get you this, I'm going to get you that. So my high has always been on the gift. Not really, because then I didn't really know that yes, the first was something. So I just thought okay, yes, I just have to improve on my performance so that I can get my daddy's gift, I can get my mom's gift.
What kind of gifts were they giving you?
I can remember most of the things that snacks, the packed one, a lot of snacks, some snacks basically, and cakes. Let me just specify cakes.
Kaosarat says when she got to senior secondary school, cakes stopped being her motivation for passing examinations.
I think my season taught them. That was when I got to realize that I really need to read and understand, not just read to pass. Read and understand, because I have like about 3 exams ahead of me. I have my GC, my WAEC, and my NECO.
She says her best subject was mathematics.
I remember very well that when I was in secondary school, apart from the normal school lesson, my parents enrolled me for a special maths lesson, which we used to weekends. And most of the time, just because of the fact that our teacher wants us to be busy, not be free in the hostel, he's going to give us like 50 assignments, 100 assignments, submit on Monday. 50 assignments, 100 assignments. And a lot of my colleagues, my mates there were just like, I'm not submitting anything, just, But just because of the fact that I have this passion for calculations, I love calculations, I love maths. So as soon as I get to the hostel, next day I'll just pick up my book and start solving. And on Monday morning, I'm going to be one of the first to submit my assignment. So mathematics and my financial accounting was there. Even if I don't read it, I easily grab it. I get it. So.
Among her peers, some loved her and some hated her.
Some were like, I too know. She's always doing the assignments. And some, I think about 2 or 3 guys like that in my class were always like, anytime the result comes out, he had 86. No, I had 85. No, he had 87. I had 8. So there's always been this competition, this little competition between myself and those guys.
Throughout her secondary school, she got good grades. When it was time to sit for the West African School Certificate examination, she says she gave it her all.
What I used to do that I remember is I'll go for preps, and in the prep I would just sleep. When others are reading, I sleep off, and by the time everybody is going to bed, that's when I start reading. I'll start my reading from say 12 to like 3 or 4, where I'll put my leg inside water not to sleep, all that, applying all sort of things, then you drink coffee, eat chewing gum not to sleep, because I was just like, I must pass my WAEC once, I'm not writing this thing again.
God being on her side, she passed in flying colors.
For my WAEC, I had C's, I had B, I think I had a B in commerce, B3 or something in commerce. Then government, I hate government, so I had D, I can't remember, D7 in government. Then Yoruba, I had E8.